Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more FIFA 20 Career Mode Rebuilds here today on the channel. If you want to see more rebuilds like this, the best thing you guys can do is to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions, and feel free to leave a dislike. The main objective of my FIFA 20 Career Mode Rebuilds is to win as much silverware as possible on Ultimate difficulty, with an emphasis on transfers and tactics to win at all means against the top European sides, our rivals, and getting to finals, with the main objective of winning the UEFA Champions League. Also got to give a huge shout out to Mr. Rebuild himself, Jared HD. I've made the decision from now on that all my FIFA Career Mode rebuilds will be a culmination of my episodically released Career Mode series. A bit of a montage, if you will, so we can have the best of both worlds. Hour-long Career Mode content and episodically released videos. Now, understandably, this style of edited rebuild will have some slight continuity errors within my commentary, calling things episodes and asking for signings and feedback when the series is already concluded. But apart from that, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this hour-long Career Mode series, and I have more to come. We are playing on Ultimate difficulty on FIFA's Realism mod, which allows us to play the fully licensed Juventus. We will not be playing as Piemonte Calcio. We're going to be playing as Juventus. The only reason we can do this is on the FIFA's Realism mod on FIFA 20 on PC. So in today's episode, we signed 4 brand new players. We have 2 matches here today. We face Lazio in the Supercoppa and Napoli. My first major signing for this season is Immobile from Lazio. He is currently Serie A's top goal scorer in real life, 29 years of age, 86 overall, Serie A proven, and he's going to be our main striker leading the line. I also am looking to bring in Anthony Martial, obviously not having the best of career at Manchester United, not living up to that potential. A run in Serie A will bring back his form. Milinkovic-Savic as well. We are really ransacking Lazio here today. We're going to try and bring him in, and also the young Dutchman Bergwijn from PSV Eindhoven. So the main objective of this series is to win the Scudetto. We need to win as much pieces of silverware as possible as Juventus. We want to win Serie A. We want to win the Supercoppa first up, which is essentially like the English equivalent of the Community Shield. We want to try and win the Serie A Domestic Cup, and we also want to try and win the UEFA Champions League. I'd love to win it with Ronaldo, win his first Champions League at Juventus, and same with Buffon, who has come back from PSG. So we brought in Steven Bergwijn, and I'll show you my starting 11, my team that I've decided to choose because it's a little bit controversial. We've also brought in PSV Eindhoven's Bergwijn, 21 years of age, 82 overall. He's a Dutchman. He's got rapid acceleration and pace, and he's going to be coming fresh off the bench and rotating into the starting 11. We're doing a player plus cash deal for Rabiot. He's a bit of a toxic character in the dressing room, especially on like Football Manager and stuff. So I would prefer, honestly, Milinkovic-Savic to make up our midfield 3. So this is the squad I'm going to be playing. I've gone and made the decision to play Ronaldo on the left, Immobile up top, and Douglas Costa on the right. David Alaba in the cam. Milinkovic-Savic, Pjanic in the midfield. Juan Cuadrado has been moved to the right back position in FIFA 20 and in real life, which is really interesting. Sandro, De Ligt, and we've also got Chesney and Chiellini making up the backline. Higuain, Martial, Bergwijn are going to be our triple threat substitution off the bench. We'll rotate with Aaron Ramsey where we can. But Paul Pogba has left United to join Real Madrid, and PSG have signed Mane. So the Premier League side's getting massively picked off this season. But Manchester United have made, what, 150 million in one transfer window? How crazy is that? So let's get stuck into Lazio here today. Okay guys, welcome to the match against Lazio. We faced them in the Supercoppa, which is, like I said before, essentially the equivalent of the English Community Shield. So yeah guys, let me know in the comments players you'd like me to sign. We're playing on ultimate difficulty of course, and if I don't win as much silverware as possible, I don't win a treble this season, I'll consider it a failure. So as you can see there, Juventus fully licensed. We don't have that Piemonte Calcio anymore. Let's have a look at Lazio's squad. We have raided it quite a bit. So Rabiot is going to be playing in their midfield, and obviously we bought Immobile straight out. So player plus cash deals are still incredibly powerful in FIFA. But let's get stuck into Lazio. It's going to be interesting to see a lot of Serie A sides play with a backline of 3. We're going with a 4 at the back for now, 4-3-3. Milinkovic-Savic at the edge of the area. It's a huge deflection and it's gone in just before the 6th minute there. It's Milinkovic-Savic to celebrate against his former side, and that is tremendously unlucky there from the Lazio defense. A little bit of space opened up for Milinkovic. The finesse wasn't as good, but the Lazio defender has stuck a foot out and caused a huge deflection there. Oh, what is this secret agent for Juventus here? And it's just bobbled into the back of the net. It got a nice curl and dip, and I'm absolutely ecstatic on the touchline. Milinkovic-Savic scores against his former club, 1-0 in the Supercoppa. Come on, Juventus. Oh my god, man. I feel so bad for Lazio in this match. That was such a poor goal to concede, and the momentum is all with us. Ronaldo chops, looking for space. Ronaldo goes for goal! He drills it low and hard. That's why I love playing with Ronaldo on FIFA 20. Not many players in world football. Maybe Aguero could hit that sort of cross. Cuts in, drags it out. Players terrified to tackle him in the box. They sit off him, give him way too much space, and boom! That's something special there from Ronaldo there to cut back, open up some space. Look at this, the defender's just sitting off him, and it's hit low and hard, smashing into the side netting. A magnificent goal there from Ronaldo, 2-0. And the floodgates have opened here now. Douglas Costa whips it in. Ronaldo at the edge of the area for his brace. Savic, and somehow Juventus recycle possession. A nice little cutback there. Cheeky from Ronaldo. Breaks! Oh, how did they not go in? Juventus trying to get back possession. But I kind of hope this year too many... Oh, Correa. Ah, what a goal there. Lazio back in this one. Have smashed Chesney's clean sheet just before the 43rd. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about how this series is going to play out, because 3 at the back formations in FIFA don't work out like they do in real life. The thing is with Serie A in real life, like the defensive quality is so superb. But on FIFA, it doesn't really work out that way, and the teams tend to... Oh my god, how the hell did that go in from Ronaldo there? A cheeky piece of skill move to make it 3-0. Ronaldo scores a brace there, and the Lazio goalkeeper is having an absolute shit show. 3-1, Juventus flying away. Alright, it's time to make some substitutions in a bit. Savic, no way has Douglas Costa been slipped through there. It's Costa! 4-1, really sitting on the last defender there. What a finish and technical ability to curl it around the goalkeeper. 4-2 from Douglas Costa. The positioning was pitch perfect. And we're 4-1 up away. What a dividing class between the two squads. It's because we're playing like a more English 4-3-3, kind of like a Carlo Ancelotti 4 at the back, kind of the Christmas tree, but the 3 at the back squads are not going to be doing too well this year, I can already foresee. So we're going to do a triple threat substitution. Martial, Bergwijn, and Higuain. What a triple threat. We've still got the likes of Mandzukic and Ramsey as well. And Bernardeschi if we need them. Higuain, a nice little ball over the top. Dybala, the attacking midfielder. I really want him to play sort of a shadow striker this year. I could play him on the... Martial! Oh, how's he hit the post there on his debut? Oh, Delict with a really nice header one. And it's Bergwijn to make it 5-1 in the 82nd. Lazio have capitulated here today, and that's outstanding stuff by the young Dutchman, coming in for £40 million plus a player plus cash deal. What a strike, a sensational take and goal there. Martial running the show, cuts back, still manages to maintain, and boom! It's Steven Bergwijn to make it 5-1. Martial now, looking for fellow Turin support. Dybala to score his first of the match, and he's broken away. 6-1. It's the three at the back formation, man. The triple threat substitution, and Lazio losing two of their players. The spine, the core of this team, with Immobile and Milinkovic-Savic switching sides. We have massively shown up in the Super Cup here today, and we've claimed it with a 6-1 victory. Oh my god, the dividing class between the two squads is massive, and hopefully that's a bit of a sign for the season to come. 6-1 Juventus knock out Lazio in the Super Cup in Italy. Alrighty, let's get stuck into the second match of today's video in the opening day of Serie A. Okay guys, welcome to the first match in Serie A we're going to be playing here today. We're going to be facing, oh, it's not Carlo Ancelotti's Napoli now anymore. He's been sacked in real life, of course. We're going to be hosting them here today regardless. So let's get stuck into them. Timo Werner has left Rasenball Leipzig as well to join Barcelona, which is interesting. Unfortunately, Delict is a little bit exhausted. We've still got my Tweety Danilo as well, and Buffon to rotate if need be. Khedira, Mandzukic, and Distiglio are on the transfer list, but we'll just see if any massive bids come in for them. Regardless, let's get stuck into Napoli here today. Okay guys, welcome to our first major match of Serie A. We face Napoli here today. Gonzalo Higuain is facing his former squad, and let's see how this squad has evolved. Now, this Napoli squad is far, far superior than the Lazio one. They've still got the likes of Mertens up front that can cause some problems and danger. They have Koulibaly at the back, which is really hard to break down. They've also got Insigne, even though the small Italian isn't the best built player for FIFA. His stats and pace are crazy. It's Milik as well. Fabian in the midfield. They've also got a really good fullback line as well. Ospina in goal is probably one of the weakness. Manolas and Koulibaly. They've also brought in Nacho Fernandez. They're going with a 3 at the back formation. A 4-4-2 flat. Crikey. Alright, let's try and press and try and get some early momentum our way. Dybala drops back to Pjanic to Immobile. Immobile takes a touch and Koulibaly chops him straight down there just before the 4th. It's Koulibaly to get a yellow card, and Dybala gets dropped like a sack of potatoes. Right, Ronaldo can step up and take this one if he wants. Pjanic, we could play it short. We'll do so, trying to get it to Immobile, but it got blocked by Savic there, and we've wasted a fruitful free kick very early on. Ronaldo chops, trying to be a little bit skillful, but gets done by the former Galactico Callahan, both combined, and Mertens starts a break for Napoli here. Mertens finds Milik, goes for goal, it's just over the bar. Both sides wasteful in their chances early on. Pjanic recycles possession. Savic to Immobile. He turns his name. It's the two former Lazio men linking up there. Douglas Costa. It's a poor ball in. Allen in the midfield. This Napoli squad is a really cool team to maybe play as in Career Mode. Let me know. In the second half now. The first couldn't decide either side. Immobile turns his man, waiting for a runner. Immobile to Pjanic. Pjanic starts off the scoring there for Juventus, making it 1-0 just before the 62nd, and doing a cheeky banter formation there. Pjanic with a clinical finish curls it past Ospina, the former Arsenal man, only just getting a shot away. And look how much curl he gets around that in the second half now. It's a magnificent goal there from Pjanic. Mertens whips it into the box. Llorente, and it's a big punch out by Szczesny. It's a poor header by Dybala. I don't know how he's missed that out. Somehow, miraculously, Immobile's gotten the ball. But Dybala's back now. Gets a nice 1-2 pass with Douglas Costa, one of the fastest players in FIFA. It's Costa! Oh, how's he not drilled that into the bottom left? 1-0. Can we hold off against Napoli? And we've somehow intercepted them there. A nice ball over the top. Finds Ronaldo on the chest. It's Ronaldo! Oh no, I pressed tackle and shoot at the same time. No. Oh, the game got confused then. Right, let's do our classic triple threat substitution. Come on, the boys. Higuain. Gonzalo. Higuain. Delict to Dybala, and he's scored. Yes! Good on you, Dybala, there from attacking midfield. I could have played him on the right this season. I'm sure a lot of you guys will recommend that once this first episode goes out. Yeah, it's sort of debatable how you can either play Ronaldo as a striker or a left wing. I'm going to play him on the left wing this season, or Dybala, you can play on the right or centrally, but I'm going to play him centrally, I think. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And that's it. The full-time whistle has blown. We have beaten Napoli here today, one of our major rivals in Serie A. But we've still got a lot of the season to come. We still have to face Antonio Conte's Inter Milan. I can't wait to see how Romelu Lukaku comes up against us. We've still got AC Milan. We've still got Roma to face. Lazio again. And that's pretty much it. Sort of our major contenders. Torino is one of our major rivals for the old lady. So we spent £160 million as Juventus. We have sold Emre Can. And whoa, Lazio have sold £180 million worth of players. They've only brought in Rabiot and a couple of our players. A big offer's coming here for Khedira as well. So let me know in the comments players you'd like me to sign. Unfortunately, when we face Antonio Conte's Inter Milan here today, it is going to be without Sandro and Dybala. We're going to be bringing on Ramsey as our main attacking midfielder, and we're also going to be rotating with Danilo in the left back position. We have the Derby d'Italia here today, which translates to the Derby of Italy. We face Antonio Conte's side. We face Sanchez, Lukaku as well. So it's going to be a big one. We managed to beat Lazio in the Super Cuppa in the last episode, and we started off our league campaign well with a victory over Napoli. Okay guys, welcome to San Siro here today. A massive away match against Inter Milan. Hopefully we can pull something through. Unfortunately, due to FIFA's realism mod, we picked up some injuries. We are playing on ultimate difficulty, of course, and I'll put in the description below FIFA's realism mod if you guys like to download and play along with me. So if you are playing on FIFA PC, you can get the fully licensed Juventus. Unfortunately for console users, you are stuck with, of course, Piemonte Calcio. Alright, let's get stuck into Inter Milan here today. Skriniar, Borella, Sanchez on the left hand side, Martins, Lukaku up top as well. A lot of quality players we need to watch out for. Immobile looking for the run there of Douglas Costa, and Skriniar has cut that one out. But Immobile is straight back out as well. Stuck in a tackle against Brozovic. Ronaldo on the left-hand side. Ronaldo puts it in the box. Immobile. It's gone to Pjanic. Pjanic is turning into a goal-scoring, miraculous midfielder in this series. And I love it. The thing is about this Juventus squad, I back every single player in the starting 11 to convert. From the fullbacks to the forward line in midfield. Pjanic there, as cool as a cucumber, hammers it past Inter Milan to make it 1-0. Very, very early on. Good on you, Pjanic. Sanchez. It's Alexis Sanchez. Lukaku pushing forward. It's Martinez to Lukaku. And it was only a matter of time before Romelu Lukaku to make it 1-1 just before the 17th. God damn you, Lukaku. What a strike there. A clinically taken goal there. Really nice finish there by Romelu. 1-1. Inter Milan is still in it. A good header by Juventus. Ramsey looking to string along the pass. Pjanic turns his man. Ronaldo on the left, looking to burn Lazaro. Ronaldo burns Lazaro big time. He's in the box now, Ronaldo. He goes for goal. Getting closed down there. Ronaldo once again at the edge of the area, looking to coil it by Handanovic, but couldn't. Immobile somehow tackled Sanchez there, and Immobile tries to cheekily stick it at the back post. Oh, Ronaldo sticks a foot out, and it's Immobile to go for goal! It's the newly signed man, Immobile from Lazio, Serie A's top goal scorer in real life, Serie A proven. He's had a really cool journeyman's career. He's only played like outstandingly in Serie A. You forget he played at Dortmund, he played at Sevilla at one point, but Immobile has made it 2-1 here today with an absolute blinder just before the 64th. His first goal of Serie A, 2-1. Alright, it's time to make some substitutions very shortly. The triple threat, fresh off the bench, I can't recommend it enough. You need a triple threat for your forward line. You need rapid pace to keep up the chance creation and forward attack. Martial is burning past Renakoc, and it's Martial unselfishly to find Milinkovic Savic, and he's converted it there. Anthony Martial, fresh off the pace, burning down the left-hand side, looking to pass it to Milinkovic, and it's a great strike. What a strike, a stick of dynamite there by Milinkovic Savic. And having such a strong, tall central midfielder to win those area balls, he's one of the best in FIFA. I can't recommend him enough. Chiellini finds Pjanic. Steven Bergwijn, the Dutchman. Ramsey, Milinkovic Savic to score another. He scores a really nice brace here, Milinkovic Savic. 4-1, and we're relying on our goal-scoring midfielders there just before the 81st. It looked a little bit hairy. We started off well getting the first. Romelu Lukaku answered very, very quickly with the belter, but it's been blown out of proportion here for Inter Milan. 4-1 to Juventus. And you forget we're playing Danilo out of position, and Ramsey, we're playing as an attacking midfielder. He is dominating and dictating the match. Romelu's nearly scraped that one in the dying embers. And Inter looking a little bit snatch and grab here, trying to get a second for them, and Lukaku couldn't quite get that one. And that's it. The full-time whistle is blown. We have won the Derby d'Italia here today. The Derby of Italy. 4-1. Come on, Juventus. Come on, the old lady. Okay, guys, welcome to the second match of today's episode. We face AC Milan at home. We're going to be hosting them. They currently sit in second, along with Lazio in third and Roma in fourth. We currently lead the pack undefeated with 11 wins. Fiorentina are currently sitting in 10th. Spal, Genoa in the relegation zone. Torino, our arch rivals, sitting in 7th. Napoli making up the 6th placed position. And Inter in 5th. Now, unfortunately, we've got another 2 additional injuries here. We've brought back Dybala, we've brought back Sancho, but unfortunately, Chiellini and Douglas Costa are out with an injury. So luckily I've got a lot of replacements, because you do tend to get more players out with an injury. It's a little bit more realistic on FIFA Realism. Well, it's FIFA's Realism mod. It is. It's in the name. It's on the tin can. So we've got Steven Bergwijn going to be playing on the right for now. He's going to be starting here today. And we're going to be playing Demiral. I think that's how you say his name. Heavily rumoured to be joining potentially Liverpool, either in the January transfer window or the summer. It'll be interesting to see if he does join Jurgen Klopp's squad. So we're going to be facing AC Milan here today. Hopefully we can dominate both Milanese sides here today. Inter Milan, in my opinion, have the far superior squad, but the problem is with Serie A on FIFA, the 4-4-2 format, or the 4 at the back formation, is the best in FIFA. Unlike in real life, even though they play a 3 at the back then a 5, it's quite fluid in real life. In FIFA, the AI just can't replicate that, so they tend to be actually more exposed in FIFA 20 than they would be in real life. If you do watch Serie A in real life, you notice the defensive differences between even them and like the Premier League. So us playing with a more English style, kind of like a Carlo Ancelotti Christmas tree 4-3-3, we're getting a lot better quality performances, and I think we're just scoring more just due to the dividing class in our squad. Bergwijn starts off the scoring here just before the fourth there for his first match in the starting 11. Bergwijn with a really nice link up there with Ronaldo. Ronaldo chops back, cuts back, and brings it into Bergwijn there. The fox in the box. The poacher smashes it past Donnarumma there to score his first Serie A goal. Dybala on the break from his injury. Keyed in, ready to go. Puts it at the back post to Bergwijn. Immobile can't win the header. Donnarumma comes out with the punch. And AC Milan counter-attack. Suso burning me twice there. And Pjanic just had to stick out a tackle. Ronaldo on the counter-attack now. Cuts back into space, into traffic. Keeps on going there. Keeps on going. Goes for goal! And nearly cheekily puts that one in. Pjanic. Ronaldo gets massively, like 6 foot in the air, but couldn't finish it. Milinkovic-Savic. We're still dominating that right-hand side of the pitch. Dybala turns his man and scores a goal easily. Finite finessing in the box there. Holding the ball well, looking to curl it. Dybala with a really spectacular strike there to make it 2-0 for Juventus. 5 goals for Dybala this season. Beneventura to find Rebic. He had an amazing season at Eintracht Frankfurt last season. Him and Sebastian Aller linked up so well, but man oh man, how far both their stocks have fallen since leaving. Now, unfortunately, with Douglas Costa's injury, we're going to have to bring on... Oh, it's a good strike there from Dybala hitting the post. We're going to have to bring on Bernardeschi in the triple threat. Rebic. Oh, breaking away there. He would have scored. I had to stick out a tackle, and it's a red. Demiral gets sent off with a red card. He was just running away there, Rebic. Oh, sometimes you can he was just too far in front. And because he's got such poor defending, he couldn't actually curl it around. And as he is the last man, it was a straight red card for the defender. And now De Ligt is our only defender at the back line there. And it's massively opened this match out with Chiellini being injured. 26 yards out. Beneventura is going to step up. Goes for goal. It's just over the crossbar, not testing Pjanic. Kessie on the right. Finds Rebic. A good ball over the top. And Chesney saves. Bernardeschi drops back. Sloppy in possession. Forces a goal. Ooh, nearly by Rebic there. De Ligt dropping back comfortably. Chesney having to come up and be an additional outfielded man because we're one player down. Juan Cuadrado comes into central midfield. Higuain on the break. Finds Dybala. It's Dybala breaking away. Dybala goes for goal. And it's another goal there by Dybala. He is running away. I love playing him. He's not like sort of the traditional attacking midfielder like I'm playing Ramsey this season, linking up the play. He's playing more of a shadow striker, comfortably able to drop back and go forward. Higuain goes and gets his first goal of the match as well. Pressing and harrying. I don't know how we're scoring so many goals in this Serie A season, but this Juventus squad is one of the best I've ever played with. I just feel so comfortable with this squad. Like, I just know what to do. It's also probably in that sort of awkward equilibrium as well, where it's a fantastic squad stats-wise, but the AI doesn't really recognize it. The thing is, right, when you play with all 92 to 94 rated players in the entire starting 11, the AI can really sort of shut down. But because we're like one player down there, we are playing weaker squad when we're slightly injured as well. We're playing like an 82 Bergwijn on the right. We have to play a 75 rated centre back. It sort of throws the AI off a little bit. In today's episode, we can wrap up Serie A here today if we can beat Roma twice. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions for the series thus far. And feel free to leave a dislike if you don't like me or the channel for whatever reason. That's what the button is there for. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm sure you're going to do it anyway. So let's get stuck into Serie A here today. We currently lead the pack with 6 points. If we can beat Roma here today, we can stretch it to 9. So far this season, we have beaten all except for Roma yet of what I would consider the top 5 squads in Serie A, and then us making up the top 6. We've beaten AC Milan convincingly along with Inter, Lazio, Napoli. If we can beat Roma here today, we can stretch the lead to 9 points and we'll be well on our way to dominating Serie A and hopefully wrapping it up here today. Then we can focus on the UEFA Champions League in episode 4 and any domestic cup runs if we go deep. So let's get stuck into Roma here today at the Stadio Olimpico in Rome. We're going down there to face them away. They've got Chris Smalling in the back line, hilarious. I haven't been watching Roma play much this season, so I don't know how well he's doing, but apparently he's doing alright. Zaniolo they have as well, along with Henrik Mkhitaryan. We are playing in the snow in January. Ronaldo's been chopped down there in the snow just before the 9th there. It's Thomas Meunier, the Belgian international there, cutting down Ronaldo, the former PSG man. Ronaldo sitting just outside the box there, 20 or so yards out, I would say, looking to curl it in. Ronaldo steps up and nearly beats Lopez there at the near post. Mkhitaryan charging forward there, beats 2, and Roma nearly start off the scoring. It is a snowy, cold, wet, windy day in Rome in January. You forget how cold it gets in Italy. The blistering summers and the cold winters in the Mediterranean. Martial there breaking away. Unfortunately, Douglas Costa and Chiellini are still out with an injury. Martial goes for goal. It's Anthony Martial to have his first start in Serie A this season. He's been such a squad impact player, a brilliant player this season. And now he's scored his first goal on the starting 11, make it his 3rd goal this season. Good on you, Tony Marshall. Ronaldo now breaking away against Thomas Meunier, looking for fellow Juventus support, and he's been tackled in the box. Thomas Meunier has picked up a yellow card before. Will it be a red? No, they're not going to give him the double dirty, giving a penalty and a red card. Looking at my designated penalty kick takers, Ronaldo is the designated and the best so far. Ronaldo steps up and makes it 2-0 just before the 24th there. Ronaldo with his signature celebration drops a big old C, and that's something special there by Ronaldo. 2-0 up against Roma, and we are once again running away against Serie A opposition there, and the Scudetto is on, guys. Ronaldo brings back there with a cool, comfortable, clinical penalty there right into the top left bins. Ronaldo scores his whopping 22nd goal of Serie A this season. He could be the top goal scorer by the end. Immobile to Dybala, and Ronaldo's through again, looking for Tony Marshall with the sweaty goal. That's Tony Marshall to make it 3-0. It's Anthony Martial just before the 32nd there to score his first starting 11 brace there. Anthony Martial, the former Manchester United man, has made it 3-0 against Roma. Come on, Juventus. Come on, the old lady. 4 goals to Tony. Milinkovic-Savic. Trying to find a tackle there. Juan Cuadrado comes up. I quite like Juan Cuadrado as a right back because he's like he plays so functionally like Willian in FIFA, and it's not just the throw. with slightly more defensive attributes on the right-hand side. He's such a good career mode player. Oh, Martial to score a hat-trick. It's Anthony Martial. He came from France. The English and the Italian press said he had no chance, and he's just scored again there. Golazo Anthony Martial. What a beautiful hat-trick in the snow in Rome. That is one to remember. Anthony Martial hits 5 goals this season. Come on, Martial. That's fantastic. Gotta love him. He works so well, Martial, in this squad because he's such a clinical finisher, and when he's not dragging a team and has so many quality players around him, he just oozes with confidence. Dybala there, just pushing and continuing on the pressure there. This is total domination. This is total football by Juventus. 5-0 is the blowout, and Lopez is having an absolute shamble of a display. Pjanic pushes forward now. Juventus still looking to do high-octane attack. Martial just brings it way too far. A little bit ambitious. Too much hubris, you could say, after the hat-trick. We're just looking to dominate and stranglehold Roma here and try and score as many goals as possible to get that goal difference up. But the finances, the amount of money we've spent this season, and the quality in our squad is just far superior than what most of Serie A operate within. Ronaldo there breaking away. Arguably the best, if not the second best player in the world. Dybala there, breaking into that top 4 bracket now, makes it 6-0 against Roma. And this could be our biggest blowout. The snow doesn't help them as well, trying to regain back position once they fall out. Dybala scores a nice brace. 8 goals. Good on you, Dybala. A nice ball over the top, looking for Anthony Martial. Kolarov, the former Man City man, trying to find Edin Dzeko. Yeah, a lot of former citizens making up this. A lot of former just men of Manchester, you could say. They got Mkhitaryan, Smalling. Martial! Whew! That would have been an absolute wonder goal there if that went in. Right, it's time to make some substitutions now, because my team is a little bit fatigued in the snow. Let's bring on Mandzukic, because he actually can play on the left quite well. We'll bring on Gonzalo Higuain. And we'll bring on Aaron Ramsey as well. My 2 wingers in striker triple threat is a little bit broken up just due to injuries, but Higuain is still pressing and going forward there. And Gonzalo scores another goal. 7-0. We're mounting on the pressure here. They have just absolutely given up at the back. And is this the most amount of goals I've scored in Serie A this season and in FIFA potentially? 7-0. We're just running away. Pjanic, Ramsey, Fazio tackles Higuain. That's a foul. At least a free kick. Ramsey, Higuain. It's just these balls in the snow. They glide so well away. Savic now. And we've got a lot of cool and unique goals as well. They haven't been all the same. Well, cutbacks. That's the way I like to play football. But overall, we've just been absolutely dominating Roma there. Ramsey with a nice cutback and finds that open goal. Mandzukic on the left, holding up the ball well, cuts back, finds Higuain from range, couldn't look to curl it. Milinkovic-Savic now, nice little fake. Higuain turns his man, it's Gonzalo Higuain! And you forget how much of a top draw, a top-notch finisher Higuain is. He makes it 8 goals for Juventus, coming fresh off the bench. The former Napoli man makes it his 3rd goal of the season in the 81st. And if we haven't wrapped up Serie A here today, I don't know what will. Edin Dzeko does score a nice goal there. We give Roma 1 real chance in this match, and they convert it off the post. Chesney is probably the only weak link in this squad at 86 rated, but he does have a pretty high potential, the former Roma man. He is Serie A proven there, but Edin Dzeko has still got it in him, 16 goals this season. We could have very well brought him in instead of Immobile, but I still think I made the right choice. 8-1, Anthony Martial picks up a hat-trick with 6 attempts at goal, and Juventus blow away with the biggest victory this season, the biggest victory potentially I have had in FIFA, 8-1 against Roma. After playing 37 matches, guys, we have mathematically won Serie A with 104 points. AC Milan in 2nd, Inter in 3rd, Lazio 4th, Roma 5th, and Napoli in 6th. It was without a shadow of a doubt that we were going to win, but it was just by how much. Genoa Sassuolo getting relegated. Ronaldo scored a whopping 37 goals this season. Edin Dzeko 28 along with Romelu Lukaku. Milinkovic-Savic surprisingly scored 25 goals from central midfield. And Dybala there, the only other player making, the only third Juventus player to get into that top bracket there. So let's get stuck into Roma. Funnily enough, we beat them 8-1 earlier in the season, and we faced them at home in the last day to lift the trophy. Alrighty guys, let's get stuck into Roma here today for the second time around. If we can increase it to like 10 goals on aggregate this season, that'd be crazy. But let's see. Edin Dzeko, obviously when we played Roma earlier in the episode, he sat on about 16 goals. He went on and finished his campaign with 28, and that's 5's realism mod. A lot of players score a lot more goals. Ronaldo scored 37 in Serie A. How crazy is that? With only Romelu Lukaku and Edin Dzeko 10 behind. Thomas Meunier, for some reason, playing attacking midfield, which is quite odd, but regardless, Florenzi is back. Santon in the full-back line as well. And Mkhitaryan only 80 rated now. It's a nice, clean day in Serie A. The snow isn't with us. Douglas Costa and Chiellini are back from their injuries. And Dybala did have Ronaldo open, but he put it over the bar. Roma. Mkhitaryan on the right. Buffon is considering retirement. We haven't needed him so much this year. We played him in the cup runs occasionally, and Roma there broken away. But hopefully I can win Juventus's first UEFA Champions League for Ronaldo and Buffon. How crazy would that be? But unfortunately, Jordan there manages to start off the scoring for Roma, and Roma looked the more dominating force in this match. Thomas Meunier trying to break away. Chesney finds Dybala, couldn't get the flick on there. Roma maintained possession, and Edin Dzeko nearly picks up Roma's second goal. But that just shows you when the momentum's with you, you just go, 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 go. And Roma are just playing a little bit better. Maybe functionally they have a bit more defenders. Dybala nearly scores there, but they've scored that early goal. They're mounting the pressure on us, and they keep on going. The thing is with FIFA, you really want to go, 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 go. You want to try and get as much shots, as much attacking forward momentum as you can, because if you sit back and allow the AI to dictate, the momentum swings back in their way. But we somehow managed to get a fortunate goal there. It took a lot of build-up play for Milinkovic-Savic to break away there and bring it back to 1-1 at home. Mathematically, we're going to win the trophy regardless. We're on 104 points. So hopefully we can lift it in front of the home fans. Pjanic now. We've got that 1-goal lead. Immobile turns his man. Immobile breaks and scores to make it 2-1 just before the 61st there. Immobile scores one of his he's only scored a handful of goals this season because he's just got a crazy amount of assists. Yeah, he's only scored 2 goals technically, but he's been linking up with Ronaldo to score his 37, and Dybala scored 15 as well. So I'm not too fine about that. He's got, what, 15, 20 assists this season, but clinically he's sort of dropping back and linking up a lot more. Dzeko there with the header. Edin Dzeko puts it well over the crossbar. 2-1, we're still holding out from Roma, but they just look more confident in front of goal, and Thomas Meunier brings it back to 2-2. Will it be a draw? And we finally hit that aggregate bracket of 10. This far, Juventus and Roma, both sides, have scored at the moment of this match 10 goals to 3. Juventus has scored 10 to Roma's 3. How crazy is that? From the neutral perspective, the amount of goals they're getting is just mental. Perotti keeps on going, gets a nice strike, but it hits the side netting there, unfortunately for them. Mkhitaryan comes off. It's currently 2-2. Juventus trying to build something up from the back. Chiellini to Pjanic. Back to Milinkovic-Savic. Looking for the break. He attacks the forward line. Smalling gets burned. Higuain finds Dybala. Dybala has to hit along the deck to Bergwijn. It's Steven Bergwijn, the Dutchman, to make it 3-2 in the 84th. And Juventus, even though they weren't looking likely to come through and win this match, we might be able to. It's the sign of champions to win matches. You look like you're losing, and it's an outstanding strike there from Steven Bergwijn to score his second goal of Serie A this season. Dybala to Steven Bergwijn again, rolling through the defence, goes for his second, the shot gets blocked, he keeps up for the second shot, but it goes wide in the 90. And unfortunately, that's it. The full-time whistle has blown. We have beaten Roma here today, but it was a 3-2 thriller to wrap up Serie A here today. Stay tuned for Season 1, Episode 4. Coming up next, we have the UEFA Champions League final, and I can't wait to show you who it's against. We face Manchester City in the UEFA Champions League final to hopefully win our first piece of European silverware with Buffon, Ronaldo, and myself, of course. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series thus far. Would you like to see a Season 2? Or maybe we can move on to another top European side. Feel free to leave a dislike for whatever reason. That's what the button is there for. So we've wrapped up Serie A. We have won the Scudetto. We've also won the Supercoppa, the Domestic Cup, and now we have a chance here today to win the treble. All that stands in our way is Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. Still going with the 4-3-3. Unfortunately, Milinkovic-Savic has picked up way too many yellow cards this season and in the semi-finals of the Champions League, so he's ineligible for this match, which really shakes things up. Aaron Ramsey's played a lot more this season than what I anticipated, but when we've needed him, he's played a top quality role. So we're playing with Immobile up top, with Douglas Costa on the right. We've also got Immobile, Ronaldo. We've also got Dybala, Pjanic, Ramsey. Looking at Manchester City's squad, they're playing a top quality draw squad. Chiellini, De Ligt making up our backline as well. Chiellini and what's his name? Alexandro were doubted for this, but they've been brought in. We are playing on Fiverr's Realism mod, so we have the officially licensed Juventus here today. Dybala starts off the match pretty early on with a good shot on target at Edison just before the 8th. Good tackle there by Juan Cuadrado. Douglas Costa finds Dybala. Dybala turns his man well. Dybala looking for Ronaldo, but goes for goal himself and has tested Edison twice from range. De Bruyne at the other end for the Citizens. Gets tackled by Aaron Ramsey. The former Arsenal man knows how much this match means and how well Manchester City are. Ronaldo has hit City on the break, and it's Ronaldo to start off the scoring there, burning our former player, ironically, João Cancelo, the traitorous right back. I'm not too fast. Juan Cuadrado has really stepped up to the plate, and Ronaldo scores his 6th goal of the Champions League, 1-0 up in the UEFA Champions League final. Come on, Juventus, come on, the old lady. Ronaldo scored 37 goals in Serie A this season after... yeah, it might have actually been 37 goals in 37 matches. Yeah, that's a crazy stat. I never really thought about that. Sterling there looking to break. Somehow finds De Bruyne. It's KDB and Sterling, and it just goes over the bar. João Cancelo comes into midfield. It's Bernardo Silva on the right to find... Oh, no, it's David to find Bernardo Silva on the right. They're playing him in the midfield. Ramsey... Dybala to Douglas Costa, a nice 1-2 pass. Douglas Costa on the break, 90 acceleration, makes it 2-0 with an absolute bullet there. It's a beautiful goal there, outstanding scenes by Douglas Costa there, who has been a little bit injury prone throughout this season, which is unfortunate. Steven Bergwijn did state a claim to the starting 11, but Douglas Costa has come through with his fourth goal of the UEFA Champions League. Douglas Costa dominating Mendy on the right. Somehow finds Immobile on the inside. And it's a good save. 2-0 to Juventus for now. Immobile Ramsey looking to find Ronaldo with a pass. Ronaldo gets pushed so far into traffic he has to bust out himself. Ronaldo dragging John Stones away. Ronaldo chops, creates so much space, and unfortunately Immobile hits the post, but Pjanic has come up clutch again. He has scored so many important goals this season. He's been sensational in the final third and in the box. It's the Bosnian Herzegovinian international Pjanic to make it 3-0. The number 5 scores again. I just love this Juventus team so much because I just play so well with them. Every single one of them can score when they get into that final third and in the box. Higuain, Martial, and Bergwijn coming off. Unfortunately, Ronaldo, even though he's amazing on FIFA, he just doesn't have the stamina for these later matches when they go into the second half. Because when you play Man City, the high-octane attack, the aggression, doesn't live a step down. So Dybala there makes it 4-0 comfortably with a really nice range shot in the 88th. And Juventus are flying away in the final there. Dybala cheekily outside the edge of the area. Boom! With a fantastic goal. A wonder goal, if you will. Bergwijn comes inside. They sit off Dybala. He goes for goal and it sizzles away from Ederson, carving through the defensive line like carving a cake. Dybala scores his second goal of the Champions League. He scored 16 or so this season. And without Milinkovic-Savic, we've still gone through and beaten Manchester City here today at the Stadio Olimpico 4-0. A massive blowout. This Juventus squad is such an amazing team. I can't recommend playing with this FIFA Realism mod, playing with the official licensed Juventus if you have FIFA 20 on PC. Unfortunately, if you're on console, Xbox or PlayStation, you cannot play with the FIFA's Realism mods. It's De Ligt there to celebrate and lift the trophy as the former Ajax captain was given the armband when Ronaldo got sent off. And that is the future of the old lady here today, the future of Turin, the future of Juventus. De Ligt celebrating. I feel so happy to finally give Buffon his UEFA Champions League medal. I'm sure he'd be bawling his eyes out, the old beautiful man. But we've managed to beat Man City 4-0. And let's run through some of the stats for this season. So we've gone and won the Scudetto. So let me know in the comments, would you like to see Season 2? Can we try and do it again? Genoa, Sassuolo getting relegated. Torino finished in 7th. Roma 6th. Napoli 5th. Lazio 4th. Inter 3rd. AC Milan did chase us there with 95 points. Ronaldo scored 37 goals and 37. Lukaku scored 30. Only 7 more Ronaldo scored. When you play with FIFA's Realism mod, the AI tends to score a lot more goals. We won the Coppa Italia. We won the Supercoppa as well. In total, we won 4 trophies. Borussia Dortmund are winning the Europa League, getting knocked out in the Champions League, which is interesting. Here is the squad hub. You're most welcome to pause and have a look at your favourite players' in-depth stats. A lot of the youngsters did shoot up, but some of the older veterans unfortunately did fall down the pecking order there. Looking at our career stats, 8-1 against Roma was our biggest victory. We did lose against AC Milan 2-1 for our only defeat of the season. Couple potential job openings here. Bayern Munich we could go to. We could do a Bayern Munich career if that's something you'd like to see. There are still a fair few top European clubs we could let's play as. For example, PSG in the French league. We could maybe play as Atletico Madrid. We could go over to another side in Syria. Now that we've built this amazing Juventus squad, maybe we could try and go and play against Inter, or manage and play against Juventus. Yeah, manage Inter, AC Milan. We still haven't played as Dortmund and Red Bull Leipzig. in the Bundesliga. In England, there's still a fair few top squads as well. We could play as Leicester City. We could potentially rebuild some of the struggling squads like Everton, saving potentially Southampton, I don't know, Newcastle. There's a lot of interesting narratives in the Premier League this season, and we might be able to, it might be a fun and enjoyable experience to play them in FIFA 20. Let me know in the comments. I'll put FIBA's Realism mod in the description below if you guys like to download it and play along with me. Let me know if you'd like to see Season 2 of the Juventus Career Series, or you want me to move on to another top European side. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're not enjoying the series, feel free to leave a dislike. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days. To get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click subscribe, of course, and the bell to join the notification squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys want to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, maybe some PSN and Xbox codes to buy packs for Ultimate Team, or maybe just some games, I really do recommend checking out my affiliation link, G2A. There's some really good prices, so even just going looking around, to be honest. Anyway, the Patreon and Steam group there as well. Come and join the community on Steam. My name has been Simpzy. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Mahrez whips it into the box. Royce! That is just ridiculous. With the layup, Marco Royce